What's up, guys? Your boy is back, and you're talking to the coach of the Carolina Charizards for the draft league that I'm going to be in. And as you all know, I am a VGC player, so this is a little bit out of my forte, so to speak. But I've been doing some research and doing my best to become the best singles competitor I can be for this tournament. Or, yeah, I guess you can call it a tournament. It will be going on, I think, 11 weeks. And on this video, I'm just going to really talk about the team that I drafted. And I will do a video about preparation for my first opponent, which will be the Minnesota Spikings. I will do a video about just some ideas on what I will do against that opponent. I will post it after playing the opponent, obviously, because I don't want to give them the option to just kind of look into what my exact plan is. But I'm just going to go over my team here. As you see, my first pick was Willowboom. My reason for drafting Willowboom, if you're all wondering, obviously he's broken. I mean, they just banned this boy. He's so good. But yeah, he's got a great ability. Not only that, but his move pool is incredible. Decent speed tier, incredible attack, really good HP, decent defenses and all that. But really you're looking at this for just really great coverage. And obviously the terrain setup is good, but he really just covers the water weakness that I had, because I was really wanting to create a fire core with Torkoal and Charizard. And I was actually, debating for my 5-pointer even being Torracat, since Torracat has a really good move pool and a good speed tier, especially for like not even a fully evolved Pokemon. But Rillaboom really just there for just his awesome coverage and obviously keeping those water Pokemon at bay. There are two teams in this draft that have a pretty decent water core that Rillaboom will come in handy big time for. My second pick was actually Grimsnarf. I knew I wanted to grab him as quickly as possible because he can play so many roles. He can play, obviously, a support role with the Prankster ability. You can paralyze everything with Thunder Wave. You can set up screens, and has really decent coverage on attacks as well. He does carry Sucker Punch priority with Stab. He gets a Stab boost with that as well. You can also even run Frisk with this Pokemon, because you can kind of snag out what item they have. You can find out, okay, this thing has a Choice Scarf or a Choice Band, so I know I need to avoid certain switch-ins at all costs, depending on you never know what their moves could be, but you can kind of get an idea of what they're trying to do. If you find out they're choiced, then they're locked into their move now, so you know what's coming in a sense. But it's always good to know your opponent's item. But Grimsnarf has great attack coverage as well, and a really good attack stat of 120. The speed tier is not that great, but I mean, if you go for Prankster, obviously your speed tier doesn't matter as much, considering you can just do all kinds of fun things with Prankster. I mean, you're really limitless with this Pokemon. Honestly, I'm surprised it's as cheap as 35 points, but also, as you all know, one of my favorite Pokemons of Gen 8. He's great in doubles as well. But I think he's even better in singles, actually, from the things I've been looking at. But he's a great Pokemon to take. Dark-type Fairy. Gives you two really good stabs right there. And we'll go ahead in my next draft. I believe I picked Slowbro next. And you all know I love Slowbro. He's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I'm a Gen 1er, so he's obviously a Gen 1 Pokemon, Charizard being my favorite of all time, also a Gen 1. As you see, I picked a few Gen 1 Pokemon. But Slowbro has a great capability as well. Really good defense stats, a very exceptional defense, and a decent special defense, and you can make up for the special defense with some EV training. Not the greatest offensive stats, but you can really put a lot of support pressure in the Regenerator ability. You can swap him out, teleport him out, or however you want to get him out of there, and he actually heals up. I think it's a 33% heal when you swap him out, and he also carries the move Slack Off, which allows you to heal up to 50%, I believe. And also the ability Scald can cover switch ins, and you can give them the chance to even burn them. So if they switch into a physical attacker, you're basically putting pressure on them right away. So you get that 30% burn chance. And he also has moves like Yawn, so you can put sleep pressure as well. So Slowbro is just a really good Pokemon. He has, I guess you could even go offensive with him. You also can set Trick Room with Slowbro, which might be an option for me considering my speed tiers aren't super great, as you see. And I don't have a ton of priority, Charizard being my highest speed tier of 100. But also have Venusaur with a Chlorophyll ability that can, double his speed in the sun. So that kind of ups my speed tiers a little bit. My next pick was Torkoal, I believe. I wanted to go ahead and grab the Torkoal because I find him to be the best sun setter in the sense that his defensive capabilities are really great versus Ninetales. Ninetales' speed tier way higher, but the coverage on Ninetales isn't as good, honestly. You get Rapid Spin with Torkoal, also Stealth Rock capability, so you kind of get a little extra stuff. And you can do Burning Jealousy as well, so if you get, you open up against a Dancer or something that's just trying to boost turn 1, and especially if it's a physical booster, you can just get a free burn and free damage because you set Sun as well. So you get Sun, Stab, and, the burn. So Torkoal can work out real great for that, but he's mainly here for just the sun setting, and the high defense is also really nice to have. So I'm not sure. I'm just going to kind of talk about my Pokemon. I can't remember how I drafted them in order. I know Magnezone was like my last pick almost, but we'll talk about Magnezone and why I picked him. He has electric steel coverage, and he's super bulky, and he is just like a special attack monstrosity. I mean, 130 base special attack is incredible, and with the ability Analytic, you're pretty much always going to move second in most cases with Magnezone, depending on how you train him. So you're going to get that extra 30% boost. I mean, you slap a choice specs on this thing, and they just, they might have to switch in to get a good matchup against him, and you can Volt Switch out and just click Volt Switch and just swap out, get tons of damage off, and then, assess your situation correctly from there, which is kind of nice considering you go second, so you can assess the situation a little bit better. And also has not the best coverage, but I mean, it's really, really powerful steel and electric stab typing. And you can even Magnet Rise if you're afraid of a ground Pokemon coming out, and you can actually levitate yourself for 5 turns, making yourself immune to your ×4 weakness. It is a little counterproductive with my son, considering he's weak to fire, but as long as you organize your play around it pretty well, it shouldn't affect you, but if played poorly, I could actually hurt myself a lot with the sun. But speaking of sun, Venusaur and Charizard can both abuse the sun with Chlorophyll and Solar Power. Venusaur just giving me a high speed tier. I can also put stuff to sleep with Sleep Powder, and also have great grass and poison coverage. He also can soak up toxic spikes. If someone starts setting toxic spikes on me, I can swap Venusaur in and just soak them up and get rid of them, which is kind of nice. And I just really wanted to make sure I had a grounded poison type, and also a Pokemon that can abuse the sun. Obviously, he's weak to fire as well, but he can abuse the sun in the sense that he has the Chlorophyll ability. So doubling my speed stat. So putting me at a 160 base, which puts you faster than Dragapult. But there's only one Dragapult in this format, and my round 1 is up against the person with Dragapult. So Venusaur may come in handy big time there. We'll talk about Charizard. These guys really bash Charizard. I just want to say that, and I understand why. He's not quite as good in singles as he is doubles. Doubles format, you all know, Charizard is incredible. Well, we'll say he's definitely a strong tier 2. He's not quite tier 1 in doubles, but he may be with the new bands coming out. I picked Charizard just for the simple fact I'm the Carolina Charizards. That is my ultimate reason for picking Charizard. He's my favorite Pokemon. I'm doing this to have fun too. So, and you can do some interesting things with Charizard. I don't want to give away my secrets, but he can do some fun things. Y'all will get to see that hopefully in the first battle video that will be coming out soon. It'll be next week before it comes out. We will be battling one day soon this week, but I can't put the video out for a whole week later just for the ATBA requires it coming out a whole week later or whatever. But so Charizard, very nice. You can actually use the Blaze ability as well in singles. It kind of is pretty nice in that aspect as well. But I picked up Pharaoh Seed. Not really sure. I mean, I just kind of wanted a good rock resist other than Magnezone, which Marowak I ended up picking up later. I may end up trading the Pharaoh Seed off for something a little better, but it's just a Spike Setter, a Stealth Rock Setter. You can Leech Seed. It's pretty defensive, especially if you slap an Eviolite on it. It can really, really heal up a lot with Leech Seed and Grassy Terrain set behind it. And just become like a really hard Pokemon to get rid of without the fire, especially if you don't have a fire Pokemon. Like, you can clean up their fire Pokemon, and yeah, you can deal with it. And we got Marowak. I picked up for another rock resist for one, and also just a ground type attacker. He's a good ground Pokemon. He's very low speed tier, but when he goes second, but he hits super hard with Thick Club. And, you know, he gets that double attack boost. And the Rockhead ability, you can use moves like Double Edge and take no recoil from it. So that's really, really nice. And a very good defense stat as well. And finally, for my 5-pointer, I just picked Butterfree because you can do some jank stuff with Quiver Dance if you get set in the right position. You also have Defog. And you can Sleep Powder things if you go Compound Eyes, but Tinted Lens lets you can Quiver Dance, and then you're hitting non-effective moves that are now doubling, so they're hitting normal damage now. So that can become pretty intense if not dealt with properly. If put in the right position, Butterfree can really sweep through a team. You just got to get it in position correctly. Also can play the support role. But I just wanted to show you guys a preview of my team. I will do another video coming up here pretty soon that will cover my opponent and my preparations for them. Also, I have another video coming out where I'll be using all the banned Pokemon on the ladder for the last time before they're banned for realsies. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a great, just an awesome time drafting. This is my first draft, and I can't wait to see how the turnout is. It's 11 weeks long, so we'll see how it goes. But thank you guys for watching, and as always, please hit that subscribe button, first of all. Hit that like, comment, tell me what you think. And as always, God bless, and peace.